Hey, welcome to my channel, or welcome back, loyal viewers. I'm Kerry, the nosy housefrau. Yesterday I talked about Moj Mahdara making the mistake of becoming triggered by Schultzie's use of the word inclusivity. And I want to expound on that today because I came across a video that helped paint a clearer picture of Moj's miscommunication. I'm going to link the video I did yesterday below, and you can stop and watch that first if you want to. I'm also going to link TeaSpill's video because I watched hers last night and she included ex-employee reviews, some of which have to be legitimate, even if it was one person who hated Moj and put up a bunch of reviews. I don't know how easy that is to do on Glassdoor.com, but at any rate, there were people who said she was a nightmare to work for. I thought about not making this video because by virtue of doing two in a row, it might really look like I'm coming for this person. But really, I feel there's a point to be made, and it's not something a lot of people wouldn't do. I want to examine this exchange in particular that she had with a radio host of The Breakfast Club. It's not a radio show I've seen a lot of. I've seen clips here and there. But they were talking about the beauty industry. They were talking about how, beauty industry has changed and people are, going to these events and they're using makeup, to empower themselves, etc. But here's where it got uncomfortable. Watch this exchange she had with the host.
And beauty has obviously clearly been repossessed by the audience. And the audience says that beauty is now an expression of power and creativity. It's not about a concealer culture.
Right.
Yeah, and they've always said beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and I've always felt that way. It's just subjective.
But you were never the beholder.
Yeah.
But the audience is now the beholder of that beauty, where in the past, the audience would think, okay, yes, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, but it was always someone out there.
Oh, yeah, I always thought the beholder was you, what you see. You know what I'm saying?
That's because you're a guy.
Oh, got you.
And
got
it's
you,
interesting.
But do you know what I mean, though?
Yeah.
I don't think most women walk
Right.
around with that level of self-possession.
Okay, so I don't know if any of you feel the way I do about that exchange, but I found it so obnoxious. I see so much wrong with it, and I'm going to try and unravel my feelings about it as best I can. And you can tell me if you think I'm wrong. My feeling is, first and foremost, it is so maddening when somebody corrects somebody who's not wrong. He said, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, as he's always heard. He was trying to underscore her point, make her feel validated. She immediately invalidated him and said, but you're not the beholder. That made no sense. Everybody at one point in their life has been the beholder and the beholdee. Nobody is excluded from that idiom. See how Miss Inclusivity immediately excluded somebody from her type of thinking? She used the term guy. You're a guy, like it was a pejorative. That's going too far with your belief system. This is why she doesn't hear people. This is exactly what happened with Sierra. It's called the anticipation response. She's expecting something, and she gets triggered by things. She's so fanatical in her thinking that she's seeing demons where they don't exist. There was no reason for her to make him feel like there was egg on his face. I'm very uncomfortable with people invalidating other people. I'm kind of hypersensitive to those kinds of things. And he didn't say anything wrong, so for her to just be like, well, you're wrong, you're not the beholder. What the hell is she even talking about? I'd love to hear what some of you think she means by that. I think what she might mean is that women were putting on makeup for other people, somebody out there. This is a narrative that really suits her brand. If you're young and hip and you're empowered with makeup, that's why, you're going to BeautyCon, because you wear makeup for you. I submit that not everybody can be painted with the same makeup brush, if you will. Throughout history, there have been women who wear makeup and women whose makeup wears them. It will probably always be that way. But she's saying instead of being conceal culture, people are now accentuating the positive. I have news for you. That changes in a lifetime. Sometimes it changes day to day for women, who knows? But how about we ask somebody who wears makeup? I can tell you in my 20s, I wore makeup to accentuate the positive. Every woman feels beautiful, right, wearing makeup, or wants to feel beautiful. I'm 51 years old now. What kind of a horse's ass would I be if I said I never wear makeup to conceal anything? Of course I do. I try to minimize aging. I like to think it's a combination of accentuating the positive, but often it is trying to hide the negative, as time does what it so cruelly does. But I guess, her target audience are millennials. That's largely what BeautyCon has been based on, is a younger generation. So going with that, fair is fair. Let's say that those girls are just wearing makeup because they're empowering themselves. That's a load of bull. There are still people who wear makeup because they're trying to please other people or trying to de-emphasize something they don't like. There's nothing wrong with that. As long as you wear your makeup and your makeup doesn't wear you, there's nothing wrong with that. I just simply don't think there has been this we can do it female empowerment makeup movement. I think it's just convenient for her. And on top of that, she didn't need to create a conflict with the male in the room because he can't possibly speak on her topic. He's not allowed to speak on feminist issues because he's just a guy. And to top it all off, the main reason she should not have rejected his input is because that phrase, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, is empowering. It suggests that people can see things in each other beyond what is considered conventional. It suggests that beauty is not skin deep, and what could be more empowering than the subjectivity of beauty? His response of, "Oh, okay, got you," I think was actually very polite. I think he may have been blindsided, as many of us can be from time to time, where you think you're having a conversation, you're both kind of agreeing, maybe mirroring each other's body language, establishing rapport, and bam, they say something very contrary, and you think, where did that come from? It's possible he was driving home later and thought, I should have said this or I should have said that, but ultimately he did the right thing, and there's no point. She did try to say, most women don't have that sense of self or whatever. I don't know. It made no sense to me, her response, frankly. She was, trying to say, I'm not trying to offend you, I guess. But this is her on her best behavior, and I think her communication is horrible. So, on the BeautyCon Twitter page, Moj put up this public post for Sierra. Credit to Ashlye Kyle, because that's where I saw it first. In fact, I saw the last two posts. I think she probably posted the first two, and I didn't see them till just now when I went to grab them. So anyway, thank you very much to Ashlye for posting that. And back by popular demand, a dramatic Twitter read. We're sorry you had an unfortunate experience at BeautyCon. Your experience is far from fake news, and I apologize for making such a flippant response. You, the situation, and the community deserve better. We all do, and hope you'll consider the following. Both of us can agree that no human should ever feel uncomfortable or excluded because of their appearance, beliefs, or anything beyond their control. This is the reason I built BeautyCon, to strive for and train the industry to fully adopt diversity and inclusion. It's personal for me. I am brown, gay, Muslim, and struggled with weight my entire life. I have never fit into the norm and built BeautyCon to redefine the norm that's haunted many of us. I know we can both agree that given the chance to properly communicate when this unfolded, we could have aligned and turned something unfortunate into a teachable moment. The moment I heard about your situation, I reached out directly to respectfully work through it together. But instead of working together as women with similar experiences to create meaningful change, there were some pretty serious speculations that directly put BeautyCon, the team, and all the important work we do into the crosshairs. Contempt prior to investigation is what unfolded, and again, we could have worked through it. Instead, there was an all-out assault on me, my family, BeautyCon, and anyone close. This was an unfortunate outcome on several levels, but sadly comes with the territory, which is why I wanted the opportunity to work with you directly to unpack the various issues and help the community grow as a result. Hate is what keeps us all from truly evolving, and it starts with open and honest communication. I would like to extend an opportunity for you, Skylar and me, to have a discussion about your experiences and how it may not have been exactly what it appeared. Regardless, I apologize that you felt undermined at BeautyCon and will never stop fighting to be better as a brand and as a leader, so I hope you'll agree to connect, since we both fight for the same thing, a new norm. We can all be better, but we own our missteps, and we will use this experience to be better on all fronts. BeautyCon and Moj. So there you have it. What'd you think of that? Do you think it shouldn't be public? I'm thinking that it's okay that it is. As long as you reach out to this person, it's possible that she felt everybody should be in the know, and that since her criticism of her was public, that her apology should be as well. I can't fault her for that. I certainly have criticized Jackie Aina for not doing that when she falsely accused Petty Page. She never did a public apology, so I'm not going to say that's a bad thing when that's something I've called for in the past. I think it's a good thing, as long as she did reach out to her. What I don't like about this apology is that it's not so much of an apology as let's get together and talk it out. The one thing that stood out to me was her saying, we could get together and talk about how things may not have been as they appeared. Well, how else could they have been? How could she misconstrue somebody looking her up and down with disgust and saying, come back in 2.5 hours, we're just looking at talent right now? That's everything it appeared to be and more. So there's backpedaling in this. She even admits that she was exactly how I predicted, that she was offended by the diversity and the inclusivity issue, and that she felt it was too serious against BeautyCon itself. So that's very much the impression I got from the get-go. I think that she could have been more apologetic and said I didn't handle any of this well. Instead of saying we both could have worked together, I don't think she should have said that. I think she should have accepted full responsibility and said that she was triggered and reacted too quickly. I still think she's kind of blaming the victim in this apology. I'm dying to know what you think. Well, here comes my cat, the espresso machine. Okay, I know I'm getting a little tired, but looking at this picture for BeautyCon, is it me or doesn't this look more like she just won Hell's Kitchen? Congratulations! Sorry. Am I the only one who's hungry? Is anybody else hungry? Alright, time to wrap it up. Well, thank you so much if you've listened this far. I so appreciate you. I'm still going to have my after show on Patreon. You can join me there for $1 a month, and you'll get extra exclusive footage and help support this channel and allow me to take care of my critters. So thank you very much, everyone, and I will see you next time. Hausfrau out.